between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Check out. 40. Push him back. Push him back.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Hines. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Love. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 21. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Rivers now to throw on first down. Complete. Smith has it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. To throw, Rivers. And caught by Henry. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll throw again. Rivers. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the
Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Rivers. He's got him in. It's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Rivers. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From 8 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Switch! 11B!
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
42 to Mike, 42.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And he's got his man Hilton. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. On 1st down, Hines. Desmond King making the tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check that. We're on Mike 52 right here.
This is Hines. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Back near his goal line, Rivers. And now he's taken down. And Rivers in the end zone. Down to the ground he goes. That results in a safety and 2 points. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Fielded at the 43.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Set. Black 11. White. Check flight.
A first down throw here for Rivers. It's complete to Williams. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. Check. Watch twist.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This drive starts with 2 steps forward. Forward and now one back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
So white 90. Round 80. Check. Back. Red.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Hey, easy. Alert flare.
Rivers on first down. That's complete to Darboh. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Loss on the play. It's now 3rd and
10.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs.
25.
Again, it's Rivers. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
Check. Alpha. Check.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Hines. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's King. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Rivers. He completes it to Henry. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Safe. Alert 3. Alert 3. Switch. Hey, easy. Small.
Rivers to throw for it on 4th. And Allen's got it. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Black 11. Check. Slam, slam, slam. Check safety, check safety. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hey.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. On 2nd and 15 now. Rivers complete. It's Henry. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Chargers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Rivers. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Badgley able to knock this one through. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Move. Where's 52? 11. 52's the mic. Hey, tighten down. There you go. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Joker. Strong right.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. Looking for Campbell downfield. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And that'll be off the crossbar and out and short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd down now. It's Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. From the gun, Rivers. He's got it to Williams. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
Son, 380. Keep it skinny. Plus the right. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Kill. Turn.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he's going to go down again. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken around the 12. A strong running. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 1st and 10, Locke. He'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Check out. 622.
Single. Watch 12.
Hey, we heavy on the edges. Hey, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Hey, orbit.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now Locke. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Check. Hey, check. 12. 52. Hey, Zoo.
Let's go deep, tighten up.
A shotgun snap for Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess, 69 yards. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. So now Luck is going to bring the Colts up here to go for the 2-point try.
Back to you.
Now a toss coming right side. It's Hines, and he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the gun, Rivers. He's got that one complete to Darbo. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. From the red zone now, Rivers. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Ricky Seals-Jones. There to make the grab, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Badgley on for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Back to throw. Love. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick-6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? 11 yards there, first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They run with Hines out to his left. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the draw, Luck's going to give this to Matt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Chargers' 37-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Locke. And he slings one that's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now a give, right side. Hines. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Locke. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, 39 yards. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do.
And this is going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, 44 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Now the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And caught by Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Check three.
First down, Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10.
Red Delta! 49, check 49. Hey, Delta.
Throwing again. Rivers. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, high 7. Mike 2.
4th down, Rivers. Open man is Gordon, complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Rivers now from the 50. Caught by Allen. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Set, round 80. We got it. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Cluster. Hey, exit.
Rivers to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Hey, Alpha.
Kill.
Hey, 58 is a mic. Go 58 is a mic.
Not today, you are. Not today.
They'll look to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Hey, front 80. Check right. Check three. Sponge.
Hey, Delta.
Bud. Here we go. Run the mic. Watch one. I got it.
Back to throw. Allen's got it complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
At the 16-yard line.
That's it, baby. That's it. Big hit.
To Keenan Allen. He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches.
Switch it.
Jay Rocket. Hey, echo. Hey, I'm going to go load it.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk.
T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. Past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point right down the middle. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Rivers. He's got Allen. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Bravo.
Back to throw. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Check green 90. Q. Black 11.
Watch the
Red. Smoke. Shoot. Check 9. White, 89.
One last shot now for Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Southern California, so long, everybody.